Live from Palmasola Park in beautiful Bradenton, Florida. It's the Sarasota Circus versus the Sarasota Loggerheads. Circus up to bat. First pitch on the outer edge for a strike to Davis. Kingsley Peak down in the count 0-2. Peak, the Circus left fielder, facing off against Carly George, the Dodge City Community College righty for the Loggerheads. Misses high with the rise ball. Starting lineup for the Circus, followed by Peak hitting first and left. It's Avery Noel at short. Batting third, Ashlyn Bunn, the extra hitter. In the fourth spot, Britt Davis, the second baseman. Hitting fifth, J.C. Hamilton in right. In the sixth hole, Natalie Donaldson in center. Hitting seventh, Gabby Castillo, the catcher, as this one floats out to center. It's a fly out. Batting eighth for the Circus, Mia Richards, the first baseman. Batting ninth, Maddie Prim at third. And hitting 10th for the Circus, it's Ella Carter, the DP. KK Baez will get the start for the Circus as well. Avery Noel, the shortstop, digs herself in. Takes the first pitch on the inside half. Noel from Liberty, where she spent her freshman season. Next pitch is outside, ball one. Noel hit .263 in limited action. That's 5 for 19 from Ridgely, West Virginia. That's low and inside, ball two. The Loggerheads, it's Carly George, who will also bat fifth in the Loggerheads order, making the start. She's a two-way player. Was a big part of last year's Dodge City Conquistadors team that made the JUCO Women's College World Series. As this ball poked through the 5-6 hole past the outstretched arms of the shortstop Vandernoth. It's a base knock for Noel. So George, this past season, her first year of college ball, as a pitcher, in 35 appearances, 26 of which were starts, went 22-4 with a 2.69 ERA and over 135 innings. As the first pitch of the at-bat to Bunn is outside, ball one. Struck out 147 to 70 free passes given out. This ball hit on the ground, glove this time by the shortstop Vandernoth. Sloppy handoff to the second baseman. She lost it for a second, but Mazzola holds on, so they get the force out at second. Bunn aboard safely with the fielder's choice. So Britt Davis comes up, the second baseman. So George offensively was sharp. Started 53 games, hit .346. As that pitch tails outside, ball one. Also produced some extra bases. 12 doubles, 7 home runs, drove home 35 runs. Only struck out 11 times all season. There's a swing and a miss. Strike one to the cleanup hitter Davis. Dodge City made it to their first World Series in over 20 years. So there's a swing and a miss strike. That came after winning the Region 6 tournament in the NJCAA. But when they made it to the World Series, went 0 for 2 against College of Southern Idaho and Gaston. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Davis. Utility player currently in the portal. Fouls one away. Played her first 2 seasons at Division II Lenore-Rhine. Gorgeous campus in North Carolina, private school, not too far from Charlotte. But across those 2 years, only had 10 at-bats, where she recorded 2 hits, so good for more opportunity elsewhere. 2-2. Flung outside, ball 3. Circus played yesterday, lost 12-9 against the Siesta Key Finns. It's Davis sends one away. She was 0 for 2 in that game as a pinch hitter came in the 5th. This ball popped to second. Mazzola backs up for a moment, then retreats forward and makes the catch. That retires the side. Circus able to get a base runner off of 1 hit. They leave her stranded. We're through half an inning. No score. Bottom of the first inning, the Sarasota Loggerheads up to hit. Their batting order looks like this. Sophia Jin leads it off in center. Hitting second, Morgan Volgraff in right. The 3-spot hitter, Brooke Pashoda, is the catcher. Hitting cleanup, Grazia Mazzola at second. The pitcher, Carly George, bats fifth. In the 6th hole, Alexandra Cutnelli at first. Working the hot corner and batting 7th, Lexi Buldowitz. Hitting 8th, Morgan Clark at left. And in the 9-hole, Ava Vandernoth, the shortstop. First pitch is ball 1, given out by KK Baez, the Circus starter. One-zero. Hits the outside part. Sophia Jin, compact outfielder for Stanford. The 1-1. Goes high. From Danville, California. Played in 42 games, mostly as a pinch runner for the Cardinal. 0-2. That's outside. Rather, 2-1 turns into 3-1. So Jen, across 42 games, started 6 of them. Was just 5 for 15 at the plate, but scored 13 runs. Next pitch. Jen taps it softly down the third base line. Right there is Prim, who gets the throw over to first, but it pulls him off the bag. So an infield hit for the leadoff hitter for the Loggerheads. That brings up Morgan Volgraff, the right fielder. First pitch to her is outside. Volgraff with 51 appearances this past spring as she pokes it through the infield. Back-to-back hits for the Loggerheads. Saying Volgraff this past spring hit .280 for the Fordham Rams. 47 games started, brought home 11 runs. Mostly the starting right fielder for Fordham, which is, well, where she's starting today, as Brooke Pashota, the catcher, at the dish. She lays off the first pitch. It misses high. That hits the outside part. Pashota in the transfer portal after 2 seasons with the UNLV Rebels. Just 29 at-bats with 8 hits. The 1-1. That's outside. Runners think about it. They stay. It's Jin at second, Volgraf at first. No outs in the bottom of the first inning. Circus got one aboard via a single in the top half. Failed to score. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. The count runs full to the Gilbert, Arizona native. Going into her senior season. Started her career at Utah Tech, where she just played 5 games. And she's down on strikes. Pashota down by way of the K. That brings up Gracia Mazzola, the second baseman. Infielder for the Washington Huskies. Did not play her true freshman season this spring. Pitch is low. She was an early enrollee for Washington, so not too crazy for her to redshirt. Her older sister Sophie also on the team. Also on this team, the Loggerheads. Foul ball. Washington had a great season in the Big Ten. Went 37-20, 16-8 in conference games. That pitch is outside. The pitch outside. That's ball 4. And the bases are loaded with just 1 out in the bottom of the first. Loggerheads with the premier opportunity to score first with their two-way player, the starting pitcher, Carly George, at the plate. That shifts Jin to third and Volgraf to second, with Mazzola now at first. KK Baez, the Circus starter, in a bit of trouble. George from Wichita, Kansas. First pitch from Baez. George takes a hack. It's foul off the top of the bathroom. Won the count to the 5th batter of the frame for the Loggerheads. Baez shakes off the signal from the catcher, Castillo. And she misses low. The 1-1. On the outer half, strike 2. 1-2 pitch comes home. Flings outside. 2-2 the count. The bases full of Loggerheads. The pitch. Swinging a pop-up. Shallow center. The center fielder calls it. Donaldson makes the catch, and the runners stay still. George a little too much underneath. And that's the second out of the inning. Brings up Alexandra Cutnelli, the first baseman. Cutnelli from St. Mary's in California. First pitch to her is high. The Gales in the San Francisco Bay Area, members of the West Coast Conference. 1-0. Ground ball up the middle, past the second baseman, base hit. 1 run is in. A second scores. Loggerheads, plate runs first. It's 2-0 Sarasota. Big swing from Cutnelli to bring home Ginn and Volgraf. It's 2-0. Runner goes off to third. Ball gets away, and another run will come in. Mazzola scores. Both runners advance. And the run comes in on the error. Make it 3-0 Loggerheads. There's ball 2 to Beldowitz. In the transfer portal after limited action as a freshman with USF. Takes ball 3. Three-ball pitch. Towering shot into shallow right. Hamilton crashes underneath and collects it. Not before the Loggerheads can score 3 runs thanks to 3 hits. 1 error. They leave a runner stranded. We're through 1 inning. Loggerheads lead it 3-0. Top of the second, 5-6-7 due up for the Circus. First pitch swinging goes J.C. Hamilton. It's strike 1. Loggerheads scored 3 in the bottom of the first thanks to 2 hits as this ball lifted to left over the head of the shortstop, Vandernoth. Misplayed perhaps by the outfield. And the shortstop falls for a base knock. Hamilton, a leadoff base runner. And so, in the previous inning, as it's first pitch to Donaldson, there's 3 runs, 2 of which were earned thanks to an error that allowed another one to come in. Foul ball. Pitch upstairs. Down low. Circus had a base runner in the top of the first off of an Avery Noel single. Failed to bring her home. Circus looking for a bounce back win after losing yesterday to the Finns, as that ball fouled off into the on deck circle. 2 strikes now to Donaldson. Donaldson swings through it. Strike 3. First strikeout of the ball game for the Loggerheads starter, Carly George. 1 gone now. Still a runner at first. That brings up Gabby Castillo. Pitch misses outside to the Oklahoma State Cowgirl. That ball fouled away. A 1. That's low. Next pitch is down low and away. Castillo, starting catcher for the Circus, hit .313 in her freshman season. Just 10 for 32, limited action. Appeared in 30 games. She eats a strike there. Only 12 as a starter. Had a trio of extra base hits, 2 doubles, hit a triple. Castillo down the left field line, loops foul. Ball 4 to Castillo. 2 base runners now after KK Baez gives out her first free pass of the game. Hamilton shifts to second. That brings up Mia Richards. First pitch swinging, but it runs foul towards the bullpen. Richards in the transfer portal after not playing her true freshman season this past spring with Texas Tech, the national runners-up. That one's low, squirms away from Peixoto, the catcher, and the runners each advance 60 feet. Hamilton, tying run over to third, rather, the tying run at the plate in Richards with Castillo at second. There's a strike. Back pick attempt at third base, unsuccessful. Hamilton in safe. Liner past the pitcher and the shortstop. 1 run is in. The throw cut off, so 2 come home off the base knock by Mia Richards. Just a liner shot past 2 infielders. And the Circus on board. Pitch is low. Runner goes. Throwing a line, but a bit high. So Richards swipes second. There's ball 2. It's Maddie Prim at the plate for the Circus. Also in the portal from Lenore Ryan. Swings after this one, rolls it up the middle, base knock. Richards, the stop sign at third, runners on both corners now for the Circus. The tying run now 60 feet away after Prim's swing. That brings up Ella Carter, the designated player. Circus bat in 10th. She's the end of the line as the pitch misses outside. Carter also in the transfer portal. She's leaving Miami of Ohio in the Mid-American Conference. Chases that one. Runner goes again, and the catcher tumbles. The Circus seriously testing Brooke Prosciutto behind the plate. Next pitch, smashed out to left, caught by the left fielder Clark, who throws to second. Prim caught between the bases, and they double up the Circus to end the inning. Circus do score 2 runs, however, thanks to 2 hits, a walk, and some wild pitches. 3-2, Loggerheads up to bat when we return. Bottom of the second between the Circus and the Loggerheads. Morgan Clark, the left fielder, leads things off for the Loggerheads. Playing in left field from Charlotte. Pitch from KK Baez. Clark off her handle, pops it softly to the catcher. Clark retired on one pitch. That brings up Ava Vandernoth, the team's shortstop. Pitch hits the outer corner. Vandernoth, one of two Fordham Rams in the batting order for the Loggerheads. So that one's high. Sophomore this past season. Hit 197 in 41 games. Started 34. So there's another ball. The team's primary second baseman. She's from New York, attended St. Anthony's. 2-1. Oh, that one hits her on the right arm. And the Loggerheads have a base runner. So the Loggerheads batting 10. They bring in Sophia Mazzola, the Washington sophomore. Older sister of Grazia, who is batting third for the Loggerheads. She struck out. Pitch tails outside. Mazzola, key contributor for Washington, a team that made it to a regional, played in Fayetteville, did not face the host team, Arkansas. As this one swung after and fouled off. Instead, the Huskies lost twice to USF and actually beat Fordham. But Mazzola, good year, hit .322, above 300 for the second straight year, both as a primary starter. Started over 50 games in her first two seasons. A .311 hitter and over 250 career at-bats. This ball hit the other direction, falls in left field for a base knock. Two on base for the Loggerheads. That brings up the top of the Loggerheads order, and Sophia Jin, who singled and scored in the previous inning. She takes the first pitch upstairs, ball one. One zero. That hits the outer edge for strike one. KK Baez rocks and deals. That's high for ball two. Jen from Danville, California, the northern part of the state. I was talking to her on the practice day on Thursday about whether or not you can call California Cali. As the 2-1 pitch hit on the ground through the glove of the shortstop initially, Vandernoth, but she gets it to Beldowitz in time, rather, Noel to Prim in time. And so Jen said she doesn't have a problem with it, says it's more of a Southern California thing to have such issues. The more you know. 2 on still for the Loggerheads. Now with 2 outs, it's Morgan Volgraff who singled and scored her other time up. She mashes this high to left. That pushes Peak back, and she juggles it. 1 run is in. Jin racing home, and she scores after the ball ricochets off the catcher's chest. 2 more runs for the Loggerheads. It's now 5-2. Brings up Brooke Pashota, the catcher, after the East 7 scores 2. Pitch on the outer edge to Volgraff. Volgraff clips this above the head of the shortstop. Noel falls for a base hit. Coming in to score Volgraff as Pashota bats her home. So Volgraff with her second run. Pashota with the RBI flare shot into left. That brings Gracia Mazzola to the plate for the second time. She walked and scored in the first. First pitch is a strike. Baez's pitch hits the outside part of the black for strike 2. Baez looking to end the second. 0-2. Wheels outside. Upstairs, the 0-2 count now evened up. Mazzola, the 6th batter of the bottom of the second. Baez comes home. Pitches outside, so the count runs full. Payoff pitch. Mazzola fouls it down the left field line. So we'll do the 3-2 once more. Baez, the Circus starter in the transfer portal. Righty after her first year of college ball with Longwood. Payoff. Down low. Ball 4. Pashota Doesn't think about making it to third after the second Baez walk of the afternoon. Mazzola has walked both times to the plate. And that takes us back to Carly George, the starting pitcher. George swings after the first offering. And it's backwards behind home plate. A 1. Pop up to shallow center. Over the head of the second baseman, Davis. Coming in to score Pashota. All the way to third is George. Carly George just floats it over the second baseman and scores a run. It's now a 4-run inning. First pitch crushing to center. Home run. 3-run blast off the bat of Alexandra Cutnelli. And quickly, the Loggerheads have busted this one open. That's now 5 runs batted home in the game already for Cutnelli, and we're not even through the second. So meeting in the circle now for the Circus. Ten to 2 Loggerheads in the bottom of the second. Loggerheads bringing the power in this one. Coached by Danielle Watson, former Florida State pitcher. Lexi Beldowitz, the third baseman, is up. Baez rocks and fires. Beldowitz belts this one high over the left field fence. First pitch home run. It is now 11 to 2. Make it an 8-run second inning for the Loggerheads. It looks like that'll do it for KK Baez. A mid-inning pitching change for the Circus. We'll step aside. We'll see who comes in. Sarasota Circus turned to the bullpen midway through the second inning. It's Emmy Cardenas. Her first pitch misses outside to Morgan Clark. She's who started this inning for the Loggerheads. Swung after the first pitch, popped it up off her handle to the catcher. There's a strike on the outer half. Emmy Cardenas checks in for the starter KK Baez out of Winthrop. As Clark cracks this to the shortstop, Noel gloves it, flicks it to first, gets away. Clark turns and races to second. An infield single followed by an error by the Circus defense as another runner in scoring position. And that brings up the 12th batter of the frame. Ava Vandernoth. Rolls it to short. Noel has this one, throws it cleanly to first to retire the side. But what an inning it was for the Loggerheads. They score 8 to take an 11-2 lead. Top of the third inning between the Circus and the Loggerheads. The Loggerheads just scored 8 in the second, thanks to 6 hits, including 2 home runs. Good buffer here if you are the pitcher, Carly George. She allowed a little bit of damage in the previous inning. Gave up 3 hits, gave out a walk that allowed 2 runs to come in, but she has certainly gotten some run support. At the plate for the Circus, the top of the order, Kinsley Peak. She flew out to center her lone time up. That led off this ball game. And it's a 4-pitch walk to her. Out of the plate, Avery Noel, the shortstop. Lays off on the first pitch. It's low, ball 1. Next one, low. Gets away from the catcher, Pashota, and the runner advances to second. So 6 straight balls to start the inning for the Loggerheads starter, George. Ball 3. Back-to-back 4-pitch walks to start the top of the 3rd inning. So the Circus with an opportunity to get back some of the runs they gave up in the bottom of the 2nd. Here's the 3-hole hitter, Ashlyn Bunn. Another ball. Bunn reached safely on a fielder's choice, her only time up. That came in the 1st. 1-0. Ball 2. Carly George has failed to locate the strike zone the first 10 pitches of the frame. Add 1 to that total. Oh, rather, there's a strike in there. She loads the bases with walks. So the Circus fully occupying the bases. Nowhere to put Britt Davis, the cleanup hitter. First pitch low. Next one, fouled away. This ball well tagged to center and gone. Grand slam. Britt Davis. A huge swing for the Circus. Cuts the lead by 4. Second grand slam on this field today. The cleanup hitter does her job. That brings up J.C. Hamilton, the right fielder. She singled and scored to lead off the 2nd. J.C. Hamilton, Walter State Community College commit. Three-0 the count to Hamilton. This inning so far for the pitcher, Carly George. 3 straight walks, a grand slam, now a single to left. That means Hamilton with a multi-hit performance, now 2 for 2. Both hits the other direction into left. And this could lead to a pitching change. Yep. The Circus with a mid-inning change. Danielle Watson, the head coach, takes the ball away from her starter, George. We'll see who comes in on the other end. New pitcher for the Sarasota Loggerheads, Carly George. She's pulled after failing to record an out in the second. New pitcher Michaela Smith, wild pitch, advances the inherited runner Hamilton to second. Smith, just one appearance this season with Oklahoma State. Went 1 1/3, allowed 4 hits, a run, walked 2, did not strike out a batter. At the plate is Natalie Donaldson, the center fielder. She went down swinging her only time up. That's a 3-0 count to the freshman from Georgia. Fastball on the outer corner. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a foul ball. The count now full to the 6-hole hitter for the Circus. The Circus trailed big entering this inning. Score is 11-2 after the Loggerheads scored 8 in the bottom of the second, but Carly George walked the bases loaded, then gave up a grand slam to the cleanup hitter Britt Davis. Payoff. Rise ball misses. 2 on base. That's now 5 walks handed out by the Loggerheads. As the wind starts to pick up, it's blowing out from home plate. And Gabby Castillo, the catcher who walked and scored. She takes ball 1. Castillo from Richmond, Texas. Lays down a bunt, dribbles it into the glove of the catcher. It's a foul ball. There's ball 2. Castillo shows bunt again, brings it back and has a 3-1 count. Following the conclusion of this game, slated for 2:30, the Manatee Skeeters take on the Bradenton Slice as the base is loaded again for the Circus. And there is not an out in the inning. Michaela Smith has walked the first 2 batters she has faced. Hamilton at third, Donaldson at second, Castillo at first after her second walk of the ball game. Mia Richards, first baseman, hit a 2 RBI single in the previous inning. High and away. One ball pitch. Low this time. Smith reluctant to throw strikes. There have been 5 walks this inning alone from Loggerheads pitching. Richards. Half a swing. Appeal to the bases umpire says she did not go. It is 3-0. Nowhere to put Mia Richards. And a get me over strike from Michaela Smith. Low and in. Ball 4. A run comes home. And time called now by Danielle Watson again, after the new pitcher enters and walks 3 straight. A bases-loaded walk gives Richards her 3rd RBI of the game. Sends Castillo to second, Donaldson to third, and scores Hamilton. That does it for the pitching line from the starter, Carly George. She allows 7 runs in 2 innings, walks 4, strikes out 1. Gives up 6 hits, including a grand slam. Michaela Smith remains in the game for the Loggerheads. Her first pitch, low and inside to Maddie Prim, who is the 9th batter this inning for the Circus. An extended hiatus for Smith. Talked to her coach, a former pitcher. Has the bases loaded. Finds the zone there. Prim singled in the second. As she gets swinging there. Still no outs yet in the top of the 3rd. All 8 of those batters have reached. Fly ball to right center. Falls for a base hit. Donaldson scores. Castillo is in. Richards stops at third. It's a 2-run double. And the tying run at second. This game all offense. And that will do it for Michaela Smith. Fails to get an out in this third inning. The Loggerheads bring in arm number 3. We'll step aside for the pitching change. New pitcher in for the Sarasota Loggerheads. It's the Syracuse right-hander Sidney Jackson out of Houston, Texas, facing Ella Clark, the DP. 2 in scoring position. As the pitch misses outside, it's ball 1 to Carter. And it's ball 2. High and in, ball 3. It hasn't mattered who's been in the circle for the Loggerheads, just struggling to locate the zone. See if Jackson can recalibrate here. Four-pitch walk to start the frame. Wow. That is now a full time through the 10-person Syracuse Circus batting order without a out and 7 walks. As that takes us back to the top with Kinsley Peak and another pitch outside. The 2 base runners in scoring position, the responsibility of Michaela Smith. Is it strike 1? Richards at third, Prim at second, Carter at first. 1-1 to Peak. Finds the inside part. This inning has seen 7 runs come in for the Circus, 4 of which came off the bat of Britt Davis in her grand slam to center field. The 1-2. Peak, a late emergency hack, fouls it away. The new pitcher, Jackson, 15 appearances, 17 innings pitched. All but one out of the bullpen for Syracuse this season. In 17 innings, allowed 27 earned runs, walked 26, and struck out 13. So looking to improve that control this summer. She misses there, evens the count at 2 apiece to Peak. Peak, the Towson outfielder, formerly of Winthrop. 2-2. Borderline outside. Nowhere to put Peak. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Upstairs, she chased. A must-needed first out. Second strikeout of the game for Loggerheads pitching. That brings up Avery Noel for the second time this inning. She walked and scored in the third. She cracks this to short. Over to second for one. And they turn to 6-4-3 to put an end to a long inning that saw the Circus score 7 runs thanks to just 3 hits, but more so 7 walks. We're through 2.5, 11-9 our score. Pinch hitter for the Loggerheads, Caroline Stanton, comes in facing Cardenas. Swings after the first pitch and fouls it away. Stanton pinch hitting for Sophia Mazzola. Next pitch. Outside, 1-1 strike to Stanton. Redshirted this past year at Florida after enrolling early. Was only on campus for a semester. 1-1. Bounces in front of home plate, ball 2. To the Gatorade Player of the Year. Pretty good honors for Stanton after what she did at Buford High School. Softball powerhouse, 13 times state champs are they. And that's outside, ball 3. 3-1. Stanton fouls it away. A 6-foot frame towering in the circle. Not listed as a offensive player at Florida, or expected to play, but here she is taking swings in the summer. So we'll see what happens long term with this. She tags this out to right center, falls for a base knock. So Stanton, who homered yesterday, singles to right center. She can do it all, and the Loggerheads have a leadoff base runner. Now another pinch hitter. In comes Ava Davis, rising freshman committed to Houston Christian in the Southland Conference. First pitch. Davis chokes up, shows bunt. Doesn't get it down, ball one. Shows bunt again, it tails into the other box. 2-0 the count. She's pinch hitting for Sophia Jin, who went 1 for 2, reached safely twice. First with a single, the other time with the fielder's choice. She scored 2 runs. And it's 3-0 the count to Davis. .30 pitch. This ball lined to left field and falling and rolling into the corner. Stanton to third. Stopping at second goes Davis. 2 in scoring position to lead off the bottom of the third for the Loggerheads. A pinch hit double for Davis. And the pitching struggles continue on both ends. That is now 11 hits for the Loggerheads. There's a strike on the outer edge. Still Morgan Volgraf here. No substitution in the 2 spot. Volgraf flies it away. Foul ball. She's down quickly 0-2. Two-strike pitch from Emmy Cardenas. Hits the outer edge. Good pitch. And Volgraf down on 3 pitches. Volgraf now 1 for 3 with her 2 runs. At the plate, Brooke Pashota. Smacks it foul. Pashota with international experience fouls one away. Formerly a member of the 18U team for the Netherlands before arriving to Utah Tech, where she started her collegiate career. Cardenas with an 0-2 count to the 3-hole hitter. Got her on the same spot as the last strikeout pitch. Back-to-back backwards Ks for the Circus reliever. This ball is crushed. High out to right and off of the wall. Stanton is in and over to second with a 2-out, 2-run double. Goes Gracia Mazzola. Third time on base, first time with a hit. And the Loggerheads up by 4. Scores Davis, scores Stanton. Fourth extra base hit for the Sarasota Loggerheads in this game. Ball caromed off the upper part of the right center field wall. And a tough break for Emmy Cardenas, who had 2 great at-bats, striking out 2 of the top bats in the Loggerheads order. Cardenas fires home, hits the outer edge. Is Sidney Jackson at the plate. She came in to pitch without a career at bat at Syracuse, but listed as a pitcher slash infielder. Loggerheads in front by 4 after the 2-run double. Ground ball to second, gloved by Davis, fed to Richards to retire the side. The Loggerheads score 2 runs thanks to 3 hits, 2 doubles. They leave a runner stranded. We're through 3 innings. Loggerheads 13, Circus 9. Top of the fourth inning between the Circus and the Loggerheads. Loggerheads lead by 4. First pitch misses outside. Count 1 ball, no strikes to Ashlyn Bunn, hitting third in the order. Got on with the fielder's choice in the first, walked and scored in the third. Takes ball 2 above the chest. Defensive substitution for the Loggerheads. Cutnelli no longer at first, instead it is Rebecca Lewis. Good game for Alexandra Cutnelli. So there's a swinging strike. 2 RBI single in the first. 3-run home run in the second. So 5 runs batted home. 2-1. Upstairs, 3 balls, 1 strike. What's been the storyline in this game for Loggerheads pitching? Locating the strike zone. It's been challenging at times. The previous half inning, 7 walks given out. There's the first of this one, and the 9th of the game, handed out by the Loggerheads. First pitch to Britt Davis. Wide into the left-handed box. Davis, last time up in the 3rd inning, punished a ball over the center field wall for a grand slam. That was against the starting pitcher, Carly George, who went 2 innings with 6 hits, 7 runs, 4 walks, and a strikeout. She started that 3rd inning with 3 straight walks, gave up the grand slam, a single, and then it was over for her. 2-0, dropped foul. Fly ball, pushed left and foul. Davis watches that rise. Foul ball. Down swinging goes Davis. 3rd strikeout of the game for the Loggerheads pitching staff. With 1 gone, a runner at first. That brings up J.C. Hamilton, the right fielder. 2 for 2. 2 singles, has scored both times up. She mashes this into right center, and 3 Loggerheads are there, and none of them can get the ball. A dying quail in no man's land has 2 on base with 1 out. Make it 3 for 3 for Hamilton. That brings Natalie Donaldson to the plate. Pitch escapes. Runners advance 60 feet. Pitch just outside by Sydney Jackson. that one runs away. Coming in to score, but getting tagged is Bunn. The wild pitch moves Hamilton to third base. Bunn tries to score, but is out 2-1. So the Circus misplay that one. And the Loggerheads collect out number 2. Now the pitch to Donaldson. Runs outside, ball 4. Runners on both corners after another Loggerheads walk. Second straight time in which Natalie Donaldson has got the base on balls. Gabby Castillo, who has walked her 2 times to the plate, hesitant to swing, takes a strike. A 1. Tails outside again. Pashota, the good stop. Another pitch outside of the zone. Jackson locates the strike zone on the top half. The Loggerheads lead it 13-9 in the top of the 4th inning. Pitch is high. It's a 3-2 count to the 7-hole hitter, the Circus catcher. Payoff. Outside, ball 4. The bases are loaded once more for the Sarasota Circus. And Mia Richards has an opportunity to tie the game with 1 swing. Hamilton at third base, Donaldson at second, Castillo now at first. Richards has reached safely twice. And takes that one high. The catcher Pashota strides out to the circle to talk with her battery mate. It's a 1-0 count to Richards, the former Texas Tech Red Raider. Singled and stole a base in the second, walked and was left at third base in the third. Total of 3 RBI, 2 off the single, 1 from the bases loaded walk. Takes a strike there. Nowhere to put her this time either. One. Goes outside to the right hand hitting Richards. Strike 2 on the outer part. The inning started with a walk, followed by a strikeout, base hit, and 2 walks that have now loaded the bases. Richards barely caught a piece of it. Fouls it back. Ball 3. Loggerheads one ball away from putting the tying run on base and scoring another. The pitch. Richards chases. And the Circus load the bases, but fail to score a run despite 1 hit and 3 walks. We're through 3.5, 13-9, Loggerheads. Bottom of the fourth, Loggerheads back to the dish. It's a leadoff walk to start the inning. It's a leadoff walk to Rebecca Lewis. Now battling is Lexi Beldowitz. Third baseman, 1 for 2 with a home run. Solo shot she hit on the first pitch in the second. Loggerheads ahead by 4. Circus loaded the bases in the top half, failed to score as Beldowitz drills this to left for a base hit. Her second hit today. Now 2 for 3. Shifts Lewis to second. Morgan Clark, the left fielder, now stands in. Clark rolls one foul. Clark fouls it away. Clark whacks it foul. Sarasota, the Loggerheads have led the entire way in this one, since scoring 3 in the bottom of the first. And Clark tags it and punches it into left center. That will score 1 run. Going around third ambitiously is Beldowitz, and she is safe. Bad tag applied by the new catcher, Ashlyn Bunn. Clark scores 2 with her hit. She's now 2 for 3. Now meeting in the circle for the Circus after the lead back up to 6. Here's Ava Vandernoth, the team's shortstop. Shows bunt, pulls it back, but it's a strike. This time she makes contact, but it rolls backwards, foul. 2 strikes, unlikely to bunt here. Vandernoth was hit by the pitch in the second and grounded into a double, or a 6-3 ground out also in the second, both times up. That one's outside, 1-2 the count to Vandernoth, hitting 9th in the Loggerheads batting order. This ball clipped foul. On deck for the Loggerheads is Caroline Stanton, who pinch hit for Sophia Mazzola, the starting extra hitter in the 3rd inning. She singled and scored, did Stanton. One, 2. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Vandernoth, the 5'5" sophomore, watches it run inside to work the count full. This ball bounced up the middle off Cardenas' glove, barehanded by the shortstop, but there's no play to be made. Another Loggerhead reaches safely, runners on both corners after Vandernoth's infield single. That takes Caroline Stanton to the plate. Her 2nd time up. The pitch from Cardenas. Stanton rolls it to short. Scooped by Noel to 2nd for 1. Gets away from 1st, but it's recovered as Stanton safe with a fielder's choice. That's scored a run. It's now 16-9. At the plate is Ava Davis, who takes a pitch on the outside part. 1 comes home. Ground ball past the third baseman. Base knock. Stanton over to second. Still no outs in the bottom of the 4th. Davis, who pinch hit in the 3rd inning, already 2 for 2. Davis at first, Stanton at second, with Morgan Volgraff going around with that swing. Rather, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Volgraff down the left field line, pushes back the left fielder Peak, and it's down for a hit. Stanton scores, coming around to score, but getting tagged out is Davis, as Volgraff gets all the way to third base, and the Loggerheads tack on another. So, double by Volgraff. She advances to third on the throw and drives home a run. First pitch hits the outside half to Brooke Pashota, who is 1 for 3. Next pitch, down the line, foul. Pretty crazy stat. 12 different Loggerheads have recorded hits. 0-2. Skims outside. One, two. Liner down for a base, knocking left. Another run comes home. It is 18-9. The Loggerheads have doubled up the Circus. Volgraff scores her 3rd run. Now the cleanup hitter, Mazzola.